So this week I'm looking at a house in Portland in Dorset with views over Chesil Beach and Lyme Bay. Seems like a great opportunity. And what's interesting about this house, which is on this road called Malham's here, the right move dot's in the wrong place. It's actually a house here. Funny little terrace house with it's got 2 bedrooms, a room in the roof as well. Needs a bit of work doing, but it's got this plot really at the back, or additional garden that runs right to a lane at the rear. So it's this house in here, and you can see this lane runs through. And these 2 properties here, this one is a holiday let that looks like that. And when we look at this property from the back of its garden, you can see this. So from that little gap in there, you're looking over the top, looking at this house here, which is that one, and then over to Lyme Bay. So whilst I'm sat here watching Stonehenge summer solstice sunset, I'm thinking of the sunsets that one might be able to see from this little house. You can see here the floor plans, which actually are absolutely terribly drawn by the estate agent. They're completely wrong in scale and size. So I'm having to make my own this time, but this is the plot that we're going to work with and see what we come up with. Right, so we've got this property in Portland with the what I'm thinking is an annex, or almost a separate plot at the back that's accessed from this little lane that serves these 2 other houses. So in a way we're going to get 2A here, number 3 is just here, and we've got the entrance to the main house in this location. And I think we start by planning out this house, the current house. I think the issues with it are that to get it to this top bedroom, you have to go through the bathroom, which is severely weird. The stair, difficult to tell which way it goes on these drawings, but I think you're probably going to go up from the back and arrive here and then go through the bathroom or into the bedroom at the front. And the kitchen at the back is okay. The ground floor's, I suppose, all right, but I think we could make a bit more of it with a little extension. But the key thing is to try and fix this bedroom. So if we're going to have 2 bedrooms, then we don't want to be going through a bathroom. To get to the second bedroom, there is this view that we can get across here as well. It's got a side-facing window as well as Velux at the back. These plans are pretty poor in terms of the way the proportions of them. So I'm going to just start again with what we've got. And I think by taking away, there is some outbuildings here at the back, so we're going to demolish those. And I think just sort of in broad terms, we'll create a unit here, because this house is 2 stories, so we could easily create a line across here. We'll give it maybe a little bit of a courtyard, so we'll get it sort of in a 2.4 metre wide courtyard here. So that's what we're going to set aside for the second design project. So 2 houses in one video this time. In terms of sun, the north is this way, so you're going to get evening sun in here, morning sun into this side of the house as it comes round this way, and this garden here will get some sort of afternoon sun and evening sun in here. So you're going to get a double evening sun into both parts of the property. This one gets the great views from both, I think, from the front, but also particularly from the first floor across to Chesil Bay. This one, we might be able to get a terrace on top of here. Might be a planning problem, but we don't have to worry about planning too much with these. Try and keep them as realistic as possible, but it's not beyond the wit of man that we get planning for a small terrace up there. Lots of properties around this part of the world have them. So I think if we extended into this sort of side passage, we'd end up with a sort of ground floor that looks like that, and then a nice sunny courtyard here. Put some sort of glazed doors, sliding, bifold, whatever, at the front. I think then at the front here we've got what is a typical little cottage with a window and a front door. So keep the front door where it is. Does have a little porch and a front window. And I think what we'd end up with is using this back room as a living space and trying to get a stair that serves the bedroom above. So in a way with this, you sort of want to start with the floor, the first floor, because the back of the first floor is here somewhere. And I could extend it a little bit, but I would try not to do too much of that. So we're going to go with, that's the flat roof of the extension above. We can have a little terrace here so it doesn't project too far, and then get a roof light into that living room as well above. In that way you get evening sun coming through that roof light deep into that plan. This little bedroom here then ends up with some sliding doors onto the balcony, first floor balcony. And I think if we allowed 3 meters here, we're going to try and put a bathroom at the front on the first floor, which seems maybe a little odd, but the aspect is not great. I think that window is probably centered on that room. It's quite a narrow road. You're going to get morning sun in there, but which is not unpleasant in a bathroom. So I think if we'll forget the idea of a bath, and we'll put a wall here. That could become a bathroom there. And we get a narrow stair that's maybe 1.6, which gives us 2.4 or 5. We'll say it's 2.4, which will mean that we can have a door to that bedroom there, which could mean either a bed fits on this wall facing the view, or perhaps there. I'm being a bit stick with that, so that will sit there. All small little spaces really, so I just have to sort of accept that that's how these little cottages are. But then a stair would work in there quite nicely, and we'd be coming up from the ground floor that way. So we're going to arrive here, and we'll put some winders, so triangular steps. And then up to the loft room, we're going to go that way. So the stair will sit over the top of the next one. So this stair will come up here, and we'll get a landing space there, kind of a shower or a short bath there, a toilet here maybe, and a basin over here, or vice versa. And then that bedroom's got nice access onto here. Could get a cupboard in here. And then the floor above would work in a similar way, except for when the roof, so we could, I think, add a dormer on the back. Now, I don't think you get a full width dormer in here, so you're going to have some limited headroom areas. This is a conservation area, so you can't build a permitted development big box dormer in a conservation area. You can do rear extensions, so the rear extension that we're going to do would not need planning, but anything up here would do, and the annex building would definitely need planning, I think, although you could do it as a outbuilding, I suppose, but I think you'd end up filling up more than 50% of the plot with buildings, and so that would mean it would need planning. If you could stick under 50% and you keep it lower than 2.5 meters, it would actually be permitted development. So that becomes attic storage. Under these you could have a roof light over the top of the stair, and then you've got another bedroom in here, which is going to be quite nice because you're going to get some great views this way. Probably you will see Chesil Beach from up there. We've got a window at the top of the stairs as well that's already there, giving some views up here. So as you come up the stair, you're going to see some great views, and the views from Portlee's house in Portland over Chesil Beach are worth more than 220,000 quid, I would say. So that's the top floor. So we've got a bedroom that we don't go through a bathroom. We've got a nice stair coming up with a view, And on this floor, we've got a bathroom at the front. And then we'll come down to the ground floor. And on the ground floor, I think we're going to put that underneath here. Then we can at least see where the stair is. So the stair, we're going to, we'll have a wall here and a wall here, and put a toilet under that stair, a basin and a door opening out, and we'll have a door into the kitchen dining living space on the back. And this stair then could be a nice open stair, goes up that way, and when you come in the front door you have a cloaks cupboard here, and I've just have a nice generous entrance porch, which you could put a little desk in, I suppose, although strictly not to get through building regs, but I think you could have a little table in the window there. And then that means you can have a kitchen, small kitchen, maybe, I kind of hate L-shaped kitchens, but maybe in this case that's what we need. And let's get rid of that because it confuses matters. So you've got a nice stone floor coming into space here where perhaps we have maybe a dining table that's over here. You could have a sofa. Maybe you have two sofas. You have maybe a TV above that sofa. You can watch it from that one then when you want to, and the sun won't get on it. So the TV here, and then we've got a nice garden here that can be paved. In fact, you could have some sort of Portland stone type, very important all the way through with stone floors. Don't think underfloor heating's an essential really, but I think with stone floors, perhaps it is. So very nice ground floor then, nice and open, nice entrance hall, little toilet. You got kind of everything you want in quite a small house. I mean, this is 3 meters across here, 10 feet, so it's tiny. It is what it is really, but actually all that would work quite nicely, and you're not getting super king size beds and what have you in. But over the top of here, we're going to get a roof light. So that roof light brings some natural light into that part of the room, which is quite nice, I think. Also gives a sense of space when you look up. So 2-bed house, roof terrace, nice open plan layout, little courtyard garden where you're going to get some evening sun and afternoon sun all the way into there. So these spaces in here is where a little sun trap sat here. You have your barbecue along here. Quite nice, I think. And then the other house, the annex, would be in here. So we'd have a little courtyard garden there. And I think at the front, you probably want to pull it in a metre. And I think realistically, from a planning point of view, that's more likely to get support because you've got 2 buildings there. There's what they'll call a gap, and if you fill it in completely, probably come up against some resistance. So I think could have a wall here. We'd have a little nice gate in a fence here, so you have a nice little front yard. You have maybe your bin or something there, which is something you could. We think at this end you could create a little door on the outside and have your bin in that cupboard there, because you've got such a nice generous hallway. The bin then didn't have to go through the house, it can just be accessed off the road, and you could have a door that was sort of rendered in to match the rest of the facades. There's a bit of a secret door. Then we're going to have, because this is just a little private lane, we could have a glass door, almost as if, and you can have blinds and things for a bit of privacy, but that's the entrance in. And then put a stair that would be 3 meters. But I think we need a bathroom at the back, so we're going to go 1 point there, 3 here. So we can have a stair. You have a little cloaks cupboard in there, with your electric meter and all that kind of stuff, and then have a stair that winds its way up, a sort of cottage stair going up there. I think we'd enclose that on the sides, which would mean under the stair you have a little kitchen. So you only need, being optimistic, I think you're 3 metre, you have a low cupboard at that end. Have your cooker up at this end and your sink in the middle, be okay for a little that. You could have some more cupboards over this side for plates and the like. And that means you could have either you could have your sofa sort of here. Just a pretty big sofa, an armchair in here. You can have a TV on that wall. And then you could have a dining table here that you could move out into the courtyard in the summer and have sliding doors or bifold doors across here. You're going to get afternoon sun coming in this part of the garden. So that's going to be a nice sunny bit there for a chair. And then at the front, you're going to get good views that I showed in the intro from across to the Lyme Bay and Chesil Beach. And then upstairs, we're going to do a roof terrace. So this is the back wall. To avoid overlooking into this garden or into, more importantly, the neighbouring gardens, we'll just have a blank wall on the back, because we can have a bathroom with a roof light. So put a wall in that way, which the stair fits. The stair's going to fit in here, and this is going to be a roof terrace at the front here that oversells the little garden a little bit. You're going to get a great place to sit there and have a view of bifold doors here. If we allow 2.5 meters, and the stair comes up, climbs up that way, goes all the way down. Don't need a door because there's no loft room. It's 2 stories. You don't need fire separation. That's our sort of bed here, like that. So this house is 2-storey. This house is 2-storey to this point, and is lean-to single-storey there. So we're butting up against 2-storey. And then across the back here, we're going to have a shower in there, a door that folds back, and we've got a toilet at that end and a basin there, and have a roof light over the top of it. And this could have a pitch roof or a flat roof. A flat roof might be good because it wouldn't block the view from top floor of the other house across, so you could see from there across the gap, or through the gap rather. And that's its courtyard. So, and here you got a little terrace. You could have a little barbecue up there, and a great little sunny spot with amazing views in the evening. So just to summarise, I think what we've got, let's get rid of that bit. We've got a ground floor separate unit here that fits into that plot as an annex. I mean, you can have a gate into here if it was not going to be completely separate. You could kind of link those 2 gardens, but we're kind of coming off this lane, little front door, nice open plan space, sunny garden east, sort of for south facing, running round to evening sun on this side. And then upstairs you get a little 1-bed unit, so that's completely self-contained. And then the main house gets remodelled and a little bit of an extension in here, and then replanning those upper floors so we're not going through a bathroom to get to a bedroom, which is probably one of the strangest layouts you'll find. So that's the upstairs for that. Upstairs for that one. with this bathroom at the front, and then a second bedroom tucked up in the roof, which is always going to be a little tight and cottage-like, but it's better than the existing house. So there you have it, 2 houses in one.